Good morning, traders. New York session starts in a few minutes and I'll be show you what the market looks like for today and how to trade it. Oh, by the way, I also have a good news for you that by the end of this video I will share with you. So bear with me till the end of this video. Now let's go to the chart. First off, we always talk about dominance of Tether. There is not much of updates since yesterday. If you watched yesterday's video, if you haven't watched it, definitely go ahead and watch it. I want to make this video short because I do have some good other news for you. But if you haven't watched it, I will give you a very quick brief of what we talked about. So yesterday here we were, this was this candle, the doji candle you see here, this pin bar here. This is where we stood yesterday, okay? So from here what we talked about was that we've hit a few highs here. So as you can see, this order block, I'm going to change the color here so you can have a better idea. This is a bearish order block, okay? It means that once we hit this, the price historically used to go down, okay? Once the price hit this zone, it used to go down. As you can see here, we hit it here, we went all the way down, okay? We hit it here, we went down. The same here, and now here we are, okay? One of the most important thing is that by each touch, by each tap to this zone, the price gets stronger and stronger, and this zone, this zone here, this red box, it gets weaker and weaker. It means that there is a good chance that the next time we hit this box, it's going to break above it. All right, so this is what we have to be careful about it. Okay, so the next time, once we touch this, and definitely have this on your charts, by the way, so once we touch this, the next time we touch this, there's a good chance that we go above this, something like this. All right, not for now, but for later. Another thing is that we've touched it multiple times and now we are at this bottom. What we had from before is that this low here, another low here, we had this low and then this low. And right now from yesterday, if you remember, we had this low. And what we talked about yesterday was that if you want to break above that bearish zone, because that's a strong zone, right? Whenever we touched it, price got rejected, and even right now the same thing happened. So one of the most important part was that we needed more fuel. We needed more liquidity in order that we can actually break this box. So here what we talked about in this exact candle from yesterday's video, again, if you haven't watched it, definitely go ahead and watch it. From this candle, what we talked about is that there is a good chance that we come and see down all the way down here and see this liquidity. We have to grab this liquidity. Even we can grab the lower liquidity too, okay? But the first one was a must. And you can see once I uploaded a video, the price went parabolic and we saw this beautiful candle, this red candle, which will be translated to a green candle in Bitcoin, because this is dominance of Tether. They're reverse of each other, right? So we saw that we had this candle, and so the candle couldn't really sweep the liquidity from here. If I zoom in a little bit, you can see that there is still space below this, right? You can see that it still couldn't touch this low. That's why it had to go up a little bit and then come down from this candle. This candle, it could touch it, and then we made one consolidation here, okay? And right now what we see is that we could break below this candle. Again, this break, it doesn't count, and the reason is that previously from here we also had one big candle, okay? What does this big candle shows us, and why it doesn't count the next close below its count, is that this one took all the liquidity that was all the way up to here, okay? We had a lot of orders and liquidities, and this candle, as you can see, it grabbed it all. So the next candle that closes below it, it really doesn't count, because it has to go below this low, this shadow, in order that we know it's going to grab some actual liquidity. That's why we can see that here we break below this, and right now the price is trying to make lowers from here. Again, another important part is that this line that I drew here, you definitely do it on your charts too. I'm gonna also put a price tag here on 8.45. We can see that we're trying to go lower, but up until we break this one, this low here, the next low that we made, it doesn't really count as a bearish momentum. Okay, we are going to consider it a bearish trend once we break this. Again, in lower time frames, in higher time frames like the 4-hour that we are right now, we can expect a liquidity grab all the way down to the next low here, this low, the lower, this bullish order block. Let me put this here. This 4-hour bullish order block here, as you can see, we can still touch all the way to the midline of this, okay, to this at about this zone. So it would be a nice touch zone for us, nice target. But for now, you can see that this candle, it has already grabbed the liquidity. It means that we may have more range. We may need a few more pullbacks from the lower time frames so that the price can have more fuel, more liquidity to go down. Let me go to the lower time frame to make this a little bit more understandable. What I mean by that is that right now we had this on the lower time frame. We had this low here, we had this high, we had this low here, we have this high, and now we are trying to make this low here. What we need is to have a pullback, and then from anywhere around here, we can expect to continuing another low from here. Again, we need the liquidity, we need the fuel so that we can go up. There are two definitions that I just described. One was on the 4-hour, so that on the 4-hour time frame, if you wanted to make some sense out of it, what we have here is, let me remove this shadow, the candle here, this shadow, once it grabbed the liquidity, it grabbed all the orders all the way to this blue line here. It means that the next candles, they would not have a lot of fuel, they would not have a lot of liquidity in order to push down. Okay, this is one of the definitions. The other one is, if you go to the lower time frame, you will see that we are making something like this. We are making something like this. So we do expect something like this to go lower, okay, to grab more liquidity and then go lower. And in 1 hour, oh, that's actually a good catch, that in 1 hour time frame, we are on top of this bullish order block. That was also something that I missed, and I'm glad that I have my strategy trader chart in front of me, so I wouldn't miss this the next time. So this is another one. These are all from, okay, so this is for today's, but the most important piece was from yesterday's video that we talked about. If we want to break above this, we need to grab more liquidity from the bottom. Okay, we're still not there. We are still consolidating. Even the low time frame bullish in dominance doesn't really count. We have to say, still we have to wait. I'm gonna go to the Bitcoin because I don't want to make this video too long. I just want to show you how it looks like for now and how we have to trade it. Again, on Bitcoin, we have a similar structure. On the Bitcoin, we do have this high here, we have this high here, and these are what matters for a bullish trend. If we want to see an actual bullish trend in 4-hour or in daily, we have to break above this. What's the price? It's 65,373. This is something we talked about it even yesterday, so there's nothing new about it. I just wanted to show you what is the result for today and how to trade the market for today, okay? What we can see is very nice bullish trend on lower time frames, not higher time frame from here. And again, we also the same thing for Bitcoin. Bitcoin couldn't still break this liquidity, okay? Once it breaks it, there's a good chance that we can see 6,900 and also 59K again, and even lower prices. There's a good chance that we can go lower all the way down to 52K. But for now, we can see that we are in the bearish momentum, in a bearish trend, okay? If we zoom out a little bit, you can see that we are in this bearish momentum and we still couldn't make any higher highs. We are just right now here, we are just in, so you can see we have the higher, we have the lower highs, we have the lower high, we have the lower high here, but we still haven't made anything along this way. Even if we wanted to change the entire trend, and instead of having this bearish trend, if you wanted to have a bullish trend, we still need to come all the way down here to this order block, there's a beautiful order block. Let me see if I can also have it here. Yeah. So yeah, again, strategy trader, different parameter, different settings. I was doing another settings on my own. You can have your own settings, and you can see the chart way better. And right now you can see that we have this 4-hour bullish order block that it has not been touched. What does this order block mean? It means that from the history, once we made this candle here, all the buyers pushed the price all the way to 63 at about 64k. Okay, from 62k to 64k, about about $1,200 change. So this is very important. It matters. It means that the next time we come down here, we touch this, there's a good chance that we see some bullish momentum. Again, we're in the 4-hour time frame. We're talking about the scalping. If you're scalping on the lower time frame, you can see it even all the way up to here. It's going to be a nice scalp, and then we have to see what's going to be the next move for the market. And if it makes something like this, then we will be bullish if we make something like this. But if it makes it something like this, then we will be bearish. Okay, so it's going to be very simple, very straightforward. You just have to wait. Once we touched the target, you have to wait and see what would be the reaction for the next time, if we're going to break above this or if we're going to come here. So the two scenarios are going to be something like this. One of them is like this, and then the second one is going to be oh shoot, let me draw this a little bit from here. Oh shoot. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of that so you have a better visualization of how it looks. So at this point, we do know that we are going to have this high. So it is a one scalp for us. It's a good scalp. We do have this one, but then so once we touch this box, there will be a bounce back. But then from here, if we don't break below this and we just break above this one, we know that it's a bullish trend and we will continue to open long positions. But if we break this, and you will see it by the candles, even if you go to the lower time frame, you would know this ahead of time. You would know this way earlier. You can see that we can go all the way down here. So these are the things that we are looking at it right now, and even in the hourly time frame or even on the 15 minutes time frame, you can see that we do have a fractal. You can see that we do have a fractal, the same as, let me make this double layout. I'm gonna open one. Okay, all right, this would be my dominance of Tether. I will go to the 4-hour time frame, and okay, on the hourly time frame, and I know it's messy. I just drew this for you so you have a better understanding. You can see that from the hourly time frame on the Bitcoin, on the right chart. The right chart is the hourly time frame of Bitcoin. You can see that we have made the same structure as we made on the left side. The dominance of Tether here, you can see the same here. You can see, oh, I've already drew this, okay? There's 3 circles here, these ones. We've made the same similar structure from here. So we do expect from the Bitcoin to go at least a bit lower, and then we can make the decision based on the lows that we have here. If we break below this low, then we can open more short positions all the way down to this zone, to the zone that I drew for you, okay, from this previous one here. All right, so the structures and the fractals matter. Definitely go ahead, and if you needed to watch this more one time, do it. And it also aligns with our dominance of Tether. If you remember from the dominance of Tether, what we talked about was that right now we'll grab the liquidity from here, and we need a push towards the up. Okay, we need one more bullish leg, not in a 4-hour time frame. Okay, in probably 15 minutes time frame or an hourly, but we need one more push up before we can grab the lower liquidity. And I've already discussed and I've already teach you. what is the reason, and gave you multiple reasons on the higher time frames and lower time frames. The same thing on the Bitcoin, and you can see the same fractal there. Also, I do have one good news for you. I'm going to give you some analysis about the altcoins, where to buy, and these spots. Again, these are none of them are financial advices, but just the liquidity zones, the support zones that can be helpful. By probably by today, or at the yeah, I think it's going to be, I'm going to take this by end of the day. I've already gathered all the information that I needed. We do have very exciting and good spots that we can use. So don't forget to like and subscribe. Also make sure that you have that notification button on, so that once I upload this video, you get a notification and you watch it. It's going to be very thorough about your altcoins. I'm going to talk about Solana, I'm going to talk about the Dogecoin, Ethereum, and most importantly, I'm going to talk about the indices, okay? The BTC, the dominance of Bitcoin, BTCD, ETHD, and other dominances. So it's going to be an important video. It's good if you want to have some baskets for yourself, if you want to fill it up, and I will share it with you by the end of this, by the end of the day, or at worst, it's going to be by tomorrow. Have a great day, and I hope you have a profitable day.